Hello, Guardians. It is, man, I'm not saying that. Yo, what's up, guys? It's me. I'm back again with a post commentary. Again, because I don't know what else to do. Again. So, in this one, I shoot some guns really good. Now, but in the real talk, I'm going to talk about a couple different things in this one. And then hopefully I remember to put some background music this time, because I'm really bad about that, and at this point I'm just milking, so I'm gonna talk about stuff. And first off, I'm gonna talk about that Stasis trailer and how I was fucking triggered about it right out of the box. So, if you know anything about me, it's that I absolutely hate loss of character control in games, especially FPS games. I can understand in like MOBAs and MMOs and stuff like that, and in a PvP or arenas and stuff like that. But in an FPS, stuns are probably probably the cheapest things, right behind tracking unavoidable instant kills, also known as supers and like sticky grenades from Destiny 1. But that's a whole other topic, and I'm gonna dive into that rabbit hole. It might get messy for a minute there, but just be warned, that's one we're gonna be going into. Moving on from that, I'm gonna talk about just the environment. Europa, from what we've seen so far, which is about 20 seconds of gameplay, the environment looked quite neat. I thought the armor sets looked kind of goofy, but all in all, the environment looked really cool. I like the snowy kind of... We've never really seen anything like that, and it's like very deep snow. If you can look on the left in that trailer at the very beginning, you can see like there's a big path of snow like just gone. It looks like about, knee, waist high. So that's pretty crazy. I don't know why, but that's just something that caught my eye, and I was like, that's kind of neat. We've never really seen anything like that, so I wonder if that's going to be like every player sees that, or if it's just going to be client-sided. Anyway, moving on from that, we're going to talk about the supers, and I'm not going to like beat around the bush. So there was that weird Titan Smash wave thing that looked like a seismic kick from the Clay guy from Shaolin Showdown, if you ever watched that show as a kid and you lived in the United States. They had like this wave of it was like a stomp, and it just shot up all these icicles and stuff. It looked kind of cool stalagmites. There was the weird Hunter stun barrage thing. It was like the blade barrage, except for you like threw one stick at something and it like froze the boss or whatever that target was. I don't really necessarily know what that was since we didn't get much context, but yeah. And then there was the Warlock wand, or like that floaty Warlock super looking thing, and that looks pretty neat. I'm surprised to see the Warlock kind of taking on more of that mage role finally, but I'm sure that this is going to be 100% interesting, and it's not going to trigger me at all in PvP. So now let's talk about what is going to trigger me in PvP, coming with Stasis. And that is the abundance of stuns. It appears that there's a lot of stuns, and by that I mean freezes, things that restrict movement either a lot or entirely. Either or, it doesn't bother me, it pisses me off. We're going to talk about why this pisses me off. Okay, so let's imagine you're in a scenario. You're in a 1v1 situation. You've killed 2 players in Trials of Osiris. But, oh, what happens? The enemy Warlock has a freeze bolt. That's what we're going to call it. It's a freeze bolt, since that's what it looked like in the trailer. It looked like a fire bolt, but it froze the targets. He throws it at you and then does some wombo combo with this melee that also has a freezing effect, and oh, now you're frozen and you've lost because he pressed 2 buttons. We're getting some real D1 vibes here, and if you know anything, I absolutely hated the really cheesy ability abuse nature of Destiny 1, and that's probably why the community doesn't like my content. In any case, I'm not really necessarily looking forward to very cheesy stun locking in the game, because I'm not playing World of Warcraft, and I really, quite honestly, didn't enjoy Burning Crusade Rogues because they stun locked you. So if I wanted to play Burning Crusade Rogues, I feel like I would probably go play World of Warcraft Vanilla Classic Burning Crusade Wrath of the Lich King Edition. Instead, I'm playing Destiny 2, where I like to shoot my Bygones, drink my Miller Lite after my construction worker job, and shoot my Erentil. Unfortunately, it looks like an era of that where I shoot my guns, drink my Miller Lite, and occasionally shoulder charge some people is coming to an end, because now it looks like there's going to be Freeze, Lock, and Freddy who's going to trigger me every time I play the game. In any case, I've come to a resolve where, okay, so let me take a step back actually. This is live commentary, or sorry, post commentary, but I'm not hitting the break button very often. So if you're wondering why it's very stop motion, stop play, go forward, back, circle, square, that is why, my friends. So initially I saw the trailer and I went into a very deep depression, not quite literally deep depression. I didn't like, you know, want to stop living or anything. I just like saw that and I was like, dude, I think if this bothers me a lot, I just might not play the game anymore. And where my content goes after that is probably anyone's guess. But I don't think that's going to happen because I got pretty drunk and then and don't drink, kids. I just like kind of sobered up and I thought to myself like, nah, man, that's some bullshit. Like, if I'm gonna quit the game over some cheese, I'd rather it be like really cheesy, like instant kill stickies again or something like that, instead of like some stuff that is arguably going to be like compatible, whereas like the one-shot stickies in D1 were pretty non-compatible. Like you just got stuck around the corner and that was it. There's no beating that. But with this, you know, there's some room of engagement and you know, room of negotiation to the terms, whereas, you know, before that might not have necessarily been a thing. And what I mean by this, to not sound like I'm rambling, is when someone throws this freeze bolt, it is logical that you could predict this freeze bolt coming. You could be in an area where maybe that freeze bolt doesn't quite land near you, or that weird hunter shuriken thing, and I'm going to talk about that thing. Fuck that thing. I have no insider information on this, by the way, so I'm speaking entirely based on what I know from the trailer, and exclusively what I know from the trailer. In any case, I feel like there's a room of engagement, and some consider me to be one of the best in the game. I don't necessarily hold my own opinion on this because it doesn't matter, I just make content and play the game. But if I am going to be remain in the situation where I'm considered or playing as one of the best, I'm going to have to ultimately learn how to play around this. And I feel like that adds a new realm of challenges and in progression for all intents and purposes, and I look forward to mastering that. And the next topic, or not even the next topic, like the next scenario is, it's new content and I should just be happy for the development of the game. I shouldn't be like such a D2 boomer kid who's like, back in my day we had to use Allegro and another hand can't, you know, like, that's stupid. And I should, you know, I'm gonna legitimately give it a shot before I cast it out outright. Even though I absolutely hate stuns and they make me want to bash my face into the desk, I'm gonna try it out and I'm gonna see where the counterplay lies. And if it's something that I don't necessarily enjoy, then my content might go in another direction. Although I doubt this is likely since I literally lived through the one-eyed mask meta, and that was some fucking shit, dude. That was some shit. So moving on from that, we're going to talk about the utility. So we saw this little ice wall McFlurry maker thing where you could throw it at the floor, you can throw it at the wall, and it makes like a platform or a barricade. So that's pretty cool. We gave Hunter even more utility. I don't know what the fuck that was for, but Hunters get even more utility, so now they have all 3 class abilities. They also have that cool little shuriken thing that looks like it gets 2 charges and ricochets and suppresses and freezes targets. So I didn't know that they could make the Hunter smoke any better, but somehow they've managed to do so. I'm happy for players who play Hunter. I hope you guys are happy. Let's think. What else did we... Freeze bolts. I kind of talked about the freeze bolts and how that looked gimmicky, but I doubt it's going to be great in PvP. I don't know how they're going to go about the freezing mechanic, but we're going to see. So, yeah, stun locking. Stun locking is going to trigger me if it's like a mainstay thing. I'm going to bash my head into the wall, and I really don't like it. So hopefully it's a fairly balanced mechanic. If it remains the way it is, I kind of hope it doesn't. I get like stasis, you know, you're frozen in stasis, and like that whole space travel aesthetic, but I'm trusting in Bungie on this one. I really am. I don't know if that's a mistake or what, but in any case, I've just been playing some Destiny, PvP, in some gameplays. In the time that I'm not playing Destiny, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm playing a lot of RuneScape. And I've thought about making some content on the side, maybe like 1 video a month or something like that in that game, because I'm really enjoying it, but I'm kind of deciding against it, because I don't feel like it fits very well with my channel flow. But if I do, yeah, I don't know. I'll just upload it and that'll be it. I'm still going to make Destiny content pretty much always, unless I absolutely hate the game, in which you guys will be the first to know, I promise. In any case, check out the Twitch stream, and this was a pretty cool match. We got 63 with Bygones and Felwinters. Thanks for watching. Hope this was fun. Bye.